How's it going, guys? My name is TJP and welcome back to another NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuild. So in today's video, we got the Phoenix Suns. They're our next team to try to rebuild within the preseason. Try to see if we get NBA Finals with them. At the very least, competitive team. So if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments for some more videos. We got our source down in the description. We have a playlist down below for other NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuilds. Also check out my channel for content from me, TJP. We got our second channel down below in the description as well. We're just here to have some fun. Let's see if we can try to get a championship with the Suns. And yeah, I guess with that being said, let's get on the gameplay. Alright, so let's take a look at the roster. So we've got Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. We've got Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Cameron Payne, Darius Saric. We have Jay Crowder, who is out for 1 to 2 weeks for personal reasons. Might look to move him because he's looking to be removed in real life. We got Torrey Craig, Landry Shamet, Damian Lee, Bismack Biyombo, Dwayne Washington Jr., Josh Koji, Jock Landale, and then Ish Wainwright. Just kind of just looking at the team. Maybe we could get another point guard. That'd be nice. And maybe another small forward. So I'll probably have to wait like a week or two to also trade Jay Crowder. But yeah, maybe we'll use him to try to get one of those pieces here. But that would be pretty much it. I mean, maybe just like another guy to back up our squad. So I mean, the Suns usually don't seem to do well in the simulation from, the previous videos. If you guys watched my previous videos and just me, doing some simulations in general. So we'll see how they can fare this time around. But I'm going to see if we can make some moves first. Before doing that, like I said, I do want to get another point guard and small forward. So I'm going to see what's out there currently now. We could do. I'll just deal with the Clippers. We go Jock Landale and Landry Shamet to the Clippers. We got Terrence Mann and a trade exception, so that could be useful as well. That trade exception. All right, I offered Kemba Walker a contract. Might as well. I guess he could just sign him as a backup point guard, and then maybe we could look to try to flip Jay Crowder. In like about a week or so when he's out, when he's back with his personal reasons, things of that nature. So right now we've got Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, and then we got Saric, Payne, Walker, Mann, and Craig getting minutes off of the bench. So yeah, I mean, let's see how this team performs throughout the year. Hopefully we're pretty decent. I'm going to simulate a bit, then move Jay Crowder, and then we'll simulate the rest of the season. I'll just do this deal with the Nets. We're going to send Jay Crowder to the Nets. We'll get back Royce O'Neal, so just another power forward, as well as a second-round pick. All right, so this team is abysmal. 12-44. That's what I'm saying. They just don't seem to do well in the simulation. I don't know what's happening here. I assume we have injuries. Let's take a look and see. No, we don't. We're just terrible. And the entire... Well, actually, no, wait a minute. Do we have injuries? No. Yeah, no, we're just terrible. Booker's leading the way, 26 points, and it kind of drops after that. DeAndre Ayton and Cameron Payne, Chris Paul. Chris Paul's stats have really gone down. Darius Saric. We got 5 guys average double figures. But yeah, this team is not very good whatsoever. And we got a lot of guys that are mad. Like Ayton's mad. Cameron Johnson's mad. Mikal Bridges is mad. So we're going to have to try to figure out this team in the offseason, what we want to do. DeAndre Ayton's leading my team in rebounds. We got Saric, Booker, Chris Paul. Then we've got Chris Paul assists to 8.3. Then we got Devin Booker, Cameron Payne, Kemba Walker. Steals, we got Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, then Devin Booker. So 3 guys averaging at least 1 steal a game. Then we've got Ayton leading the way with 1.4 blocks. In terms of field goal percentage, you can see my leader there is Damian Lee, but he's only played 3 games. So then we got Ayton, Booker, Paul. So yeah, not looking too hot here for the team. And then yeah, 3-point shooting, you guys can see, not really the greatest 3-point shooting team. I mean, Booker's been pretty solid. Torrey Craig, second best on the team. So yeah, obviously at this rate, we're just trying to get a high pick because the team is 14th in the conference. And yeah, it's brutal. These 3 guys are just extremely upset. Cameron Johnson's on expiring. I don't know, maybe we look to move him and try to get something for him. I don't know if I want to re-sign him. But I might do this deal with the Wizards here. We're going to give up Cameron Johnson, a first and a second. We get back Rui Hachimura and Daniel Gafford. So I get 2 solid players for 1, as well as a 2026 pick and a 2024 and protect second. So we're going to do this trade here. We'll add a trade exception as well. And there we have it. I'll just do this deal with the Pacers. We're going to give up Bismack Biyombo for James Johnson, but we also get a second-round pick in return as well. I think that might be it for all the moves. Again, I just wanted to acquire a couple of their extra second rounders. Maybe they could use in trade pieces. We'll see. But yeah, I expect this team to be bad for the rest of the season. Just get a good lottery pick and then, focus on next year. We got Luka Doncic taking home the MVP, Rookie of the Year Paul Banchero, Kevin Love, Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Rudy Gobert, Most Improved Cade Cunningham, Coach of the Year was Nate McMillan, and Executive Tyler Jamison. Here's your All-NBA first, All-NBA second, All-NBA third. No Phoenix Suns to be found anywhere on any of these teams. And then defensive first and second, no Phoenix Suns. And apparently there's no rookie team. Well, yeah, we were the 14th seed in the Western Conference. We were brutal, 23-59. I don't know why this team is so bad in the sim, but they just are. So we're going to have a lot of work to get done here to get this team back into the playoffs. But as you guys see the stats here, we had about 7 guys averaging double figures, and it seems like everybody on the team is pretty much mad. So we're going to have to try to figure that out in the offseason. DeAndre led the team in rebounding, then we had Gafford and Saric. In terms of assists, we had 8.7 from Chris Paul, then we had 6.2 from Devin Booker. In terms of steals per game, 3 guys averaged at least 1 steal a game, which is nice to see. And then block shots, 2.1 for Gafford, 1.2 for Ayton. And then the rest of the team there. In terms of field goal percentage, Gafford, Damian Lee in 4 games. We had Ayton, Booker, Rui Hachimura, who is also restless. That's you love to see that. And then 3-point percentage, best 3-point shooter was Devin Booker. So obviously the team was terrible. We got a lot of work to do in this offseason to try to get our team back into the playoffs, especially since this team is not very good in the sim. I don't know what it is about it, but we'll try to have to find a way to figure that out. We got the Hawks Clippers in the finals, and the Hawks winning the championship with DeJounte Murray winning finals MVP. So let's go on to the offseason. We got a lot of work to do. Let's see what pick we have in the lottery. I imagine it's going to drop. And not a surprise, we had the second pick. We were supposed to have the second pick, and we dropped down to 4. Amazing. Amazing indeed. I might do this deal with the Thunder. I'm going to get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and pick number 7 for DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges. Because SGA does well in the simulation, and he usually doesn't get mad. So, it might be a bit of a weird trade here, but we're going to do it. We get another pick as well. So, we have pick 4 and pick 7 now. So, that's interesting. Again, it is meant to be fun, not realistic. So, we're going to have some fun with that. I mean, I can't move up with any of these picks. I'm trying to think if there's any other moves that we might want to do. Now I need a small forward. I mean, we still have Terrence Mann, but I'd like to get a better small forward. I guess we could draft one, obviously, if Devin Booker and SGA. I guess I could theoretically flip SGA and get a small forward. I can get Benedict Actor and Buddy Hield. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't think I want to. I could pick 5. If I wasn't recording a video, I'd probably just do that. But yeah, we're just going to keep SGA and see what ends up happening here with him. And then kind of just go from there. So let's go to the draft and see who we're going to take at pick 4 and pick 7. I'm going to take Whitehead, so we're going to take him with pick number 4. All right, I'm going to trade down with the Jazz, so I pick 7. I'm going to get Jared Vanderbilt and pick 23 because I'm going to need a new power forward. I don't know if I want to keep any of my power forwards. Maybe Rui Hachimura, we can try to get him back, but if he wants to, like off from the qualifier. But we're just going to move down in the draft and then sim to user pick 23 and then just take someone with that pick. And I think we have a second rounder as well, like an early second rounder. So, I mean, I could go with like Chris Murray and get another power forward as well. He could be like a backup guy. I mean, there's a lot of small forwards, a lot of small forwards here. I guess we'd go with Leonard Miller just to get another small forward. I mean, he's here, so might as well take him. Alright, so rookie signings, we're going to sign Whitehead and Miller. I drafted Mark Mitchell in the second round. I don't know if I want him or not. Yeah, we'll decline it. Team player options, Cameron Payne, might as well accept his. We'll decline Royce O'Neal's though. Yeah, see if we can maybe see who's on qualifiers. Rui Hachimura, yeah. Dwayne Washington Jr., no. Ish Wainwright, no. So we'll offer Rui. He'll probably accept the qualifier. If he doesn't, it's fine. We'll figure it out from there. But yeah, I mean, Rui Hachimura, would like to re-sign him. I wouldn't mind trying to keep Saric around. Everybody else can kind of walk though, so I'm going to see what we can do in free agency and then get back to in player progression. Player progression, we got Devin Booker still, we got Chris Paul, SGA, Daniel Gafford, Jared Vanderbilt, we drafted Whitehead, Saric, brought him back, Rui Hachimura accepted the qualifier, we brought back Cameron Payne on the team option, we still have Terrence Mann, Dennis Smith Jr. picked him up on like a little mid, Royce O'Neal got him back on the minimum, and then we've got Dwayne Dedman Leonard Miller, and then we also signed Gary Harris. So, interesting team going into the start of the second season. Hopefully this year we have a better year. Maybe getting some more efficient players for the simulation. We shall see how we could do, because we were pretty bad last year. So hopefully this year that is not the case. It's going to be the rotation that we have. So Paul, Booker, Whitehead, Vanderbilt, Gafford. We have SGA coming off the bench, which is interesting. Would I rather have Chris Paul come off the bench? Well, I'm just curious. I usually don't do this, but let's say, for example, I were to, I don't know, edit you to be a point guard. His overall goes down 1. We won't edit that. We'll discard the changes. You know what? We'll give it a shot. We'll see how that works out with SGA coming off the bench. I don't know if I like that, but we'll let it rock. And if I need to change the positions, I will. Chances are he'll probably start next year. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna simulate a bit. I'm a little worried that this team might not do well in the sim, but I guess we'll find out. Obviously, we have some firsts and a lot of seconds. Maybe we can try to trade some seconds for a first. We'll see what we want to do, but I'm going to simulate a bit and see how this team is doing. So if I have a move, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. All right, so we're at the deadline, and we're sitting at the second seed in the Western Conference. So we're definitely a better team this year, 35-20. We're only a game behind the Grizzlies. Pelicans are right there, though, so it's pretty close, but we're definitely having a good season, I'd say. Let's look at the player stats and see what we got going on here. So yeah, it looks like SGA did start some games, but he hasn't really been starting the most, but it's fine. I mean, he's been playing well. Devin Booker's been playing well. 2 guys averaging double figures. Then we got Whitehead, Gafford, Chris Paul's feeling lit now. That's nice. That's I like to see that. Yeah, we got 6 guys averaging double figures. Nearly 7 with Cameron Payne coming off the bench, too, so... Virginia Vanderbilt's heated. Love to see that. Royce O'Neal is frustrated. You also love to see that. And Leonard Miller is in the G League, which I don't know why he is, but he is. So maybe we'll figure out what we want to do about that. Gafford leading the team in rebounds. We got Vanderbilt, Saric, and then we got Whitehead, SGA. In terms of assists, Chris Paul with 10. So he's putting up a double-double just about. And we got SGA, Booker as well, not too far behind. In terms of steals, you got 3 guys averaging over a steal a game. And Whitehead and Saric are at 0.9, so they're kind of close too. Blocks per game, Gafford 1.9, and then 1.2 for SGA, which is impressive in itself. Then we got field goal percentage. Gafford's leading the way there. Then we got Royce O'Neal, Jared Vanderbilt, Dennis Smith Jr. in 23 games, although, yeah, O'Neal's only played 12 games, so interesting stuff there. And then in terms of three-point percentage, our best three-point shooters, actually our three-point shooters are decent this year. Dennis Smith Jr. in 23 games. So when he's played, he's done his thing out there. And then Rui's been our best three-point shooter, 41.1%. Then Booker and SGA. Now, I guess one thing that we could do, so obviously Miller is mad, Vanderbilt's mad, and O'Neal is mad. If we threw them in a trade finder, are we going to get some good players? Bones Highland and Zeke Naji, if I throw in a second. Pokuševski and Trey Mann. Jovic is an interesting guy, but he hasn't played really at all. I don't really like any of these deals per se, because, I mean, we already have point guard. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind, like, another point guard and center, but we're a bit overkill there. I mean, Pokuševski and Trey Mann, that's interesting, but not interesting enough. Trey Mann's having a really good season, though. But, you know, maybe I could try to find a proposed trade. Maybe check another piece for the team. But if I can't find one, I'm fine keeping the team the way it is for the season and then figure it out in the offseason. But I definitely think we'll make the playoffs, for sure. Rayson has a no trade clause, so I'm just going to flip him to the Thunder. We're going to get a 2025 pick. All right, I'll do this deal with the Mavericks. We're going to trade for Josh Green and a 2026 first-round pick, Dallas, top 3 protected. We're going to trade away our first-round pick this year, which is top 3 protected, and the second-round pick, as well as a trade exception, and Leonard Miller. All right, I'm going to do this deal with the Pacers. We're going to give up Jared Vanderbilt and a second-round pick for Jalen Smith. So he seems to usually do pretty well. So we're going to take him on, and that's going to be the only, I think that's it for moves. So I think we're done. This could be the team. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. So Luka Doncic, MVP, Nick Smith, Rookie of the Year, 6th Man of the Year, SGA. So we have the sixth man of the year. Put up 21.7 points, 5 rebounds, 6.7 assists. Over 1.4 steals, 1.1 blocks. Yeah, great season from SGA off the bench, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, imagine if he played more minutes. That would have been crazy. Defense with a Giannis, most improved Desmond Bain. Yeah, this dude put up really good numbers. He is a very high overall now. And then Nate McMillan, coach of the Brandon Harrison, executive year. So, any Phoenix Suns on any of these teams? Nope. Nobody on any of these teams here. And then defensive teams, any Phoenix Suns? No. Rookie teams, maybe? Yes. Whitehead's going to make it 13.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Not a solid efficiency, so we'll take that from Whitehead. So thank you very much. We were the second seed in the Western Conference, so we had a nice year. As hopefully we can make a nice playoff run here. 40-34, which is interesting. That's enough to get a second seed. First seed was only 50-32. Which is pretty crazy. But let's take a look at the stats on the year, see how the players did, and go from there. So, Devin Booker missed some games here and there, but for the most part, he played a majority of the season, and he put up solid numbers. So we had about 7 guys average double figures, so that's good to see. And then, yeah, just looking at the rebounding now, we've got Gafford leading the way, then Jalen Smith, Dario Saric, SGA. In terms of assists, we have got Chris Paul leading the way. Then we got SGA, Devin Booker, Cameron Payne. Steals, we've got Chris Paul, SGA, Josh Green, 60 games. And we got block shots, Gafford, Smith, and SGA. So 3 guys averaging above a block a game. Field goal percentage, most efficient scorers between Devin. He didn't miss a shot this year, but he only played 6 games. And we got Gafford, SGA, and Booker. So yeah, nobody shot under 40%, which is kind of nice, and then 30.4% was the lowest 3-point shooter. And then, yeah, Darian Dedmon made it a 3. Look at that. Craziness. But Rui was the best 3-point shooter. Looked like, no, I'm sorry, Booker was the best 3-point shooter. They kind of dipped down after that. So, this could be the rotation for the playoffs. So there you guys can see it. It's going to be, excuse me, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Whitehead, Rui Hachimura, and then Daniel Gafford. And then we got SGA coming off the bench with Jalen Smith, Dario Saric, Cameron Payne, and Terrence Mann. So, little 10-man rotation. So let's see what we're taking on in the playoffs. Going on the simulation over here. Assume it's playing. And it's going to be the Timberwolves. That's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup for us. So, we'll see how we can do against them. Well, let's look at their roster. We got Russell, Edwards. Okay, LeVert they have. All right, yeah, they have a pretty good team. It looks like Anthony Edwards. I didn't see him. Is he there? Oh, no, he's there. Okay, I was like, I didn't see Anthony Edwards. Okay, yes, he's shooting guard. All right, this is going to be a tough 7 seed. Game 1, they win game 1. So, right, they win game 1. Game 2, they're up 2-0. All right, lost by 2. And we were down 3-0, and we're going to get swept. No, okay, we got game 4. Can we win game 5? No, we lose in 5. I told you, they're a tough 7 seed. The worst seed you could have gotten was the 7 seed, honestly. Really annoying. Yeah, look at that. They were in the finals. It's crazy. Cavs won the championship, though. Darius Garland was the finals MVP. So, got to the first round of the playoffs, and then kind of choked a little bit. Playoff statistics. Who did well, who didn't. Booker led the way. Wasn't the most efficient. Alright. I mean, we've got another year. So, hopefully next year, we can kind of perform better in the playoffs because we were pretty bad. But, yeah, I mean, I knew we were going to lose to the Timberwolves. Like, they're just really good at the sim. So, let's see if we can try to regroup and do it again for one more season. Obviously, we don't have our pick. We traded that to the Mavericks, and the Pelicans have the #1 overall pick via Milwaukee. Milwaukee's another team that doesn't really do that well in the sim either. Alright, I traded Daniel Gafford, Terrence Mann, and Dennis Smith Jr. to the Knicks. We got RJ Barrett. So he's going to be our small forward. I mean, I have Whitehead, but I might look to move him now. I mean, he was pretty good, but now I want to see if I can get a different center. Alright, I'm just going to straight up do this deal with the Celtics. We're going to give up Whitehead and Saric. We're going to get back Robert Williams III and Hamidou Diallo. So I'm going to do this deal straight up. I'm going to get Robert Williams. He'll be our starting center now. So, that's going to be it. I don't think we have rookies to worry about. We do have some picks. Maybe we'll use those at the deadline in the third and final season. Chris Paul has a team option. I guess we'll accept it. Jalen Smith had a player option. He declined it. Okay, interesting. And then a qualifier offers. We'll offer Josh Green. Yeah, and kind of just go from. All right, so I play a progression. This could be the team. So we have Booker, SGA, Robert Williams III, Chris Paul, R.J. Barrett, Hamidou Diallo, Cameron Payne, who we re-signed. We also re-signed Rui Hachimura. I picked up Kyle Anderson, Josh Green re-signed. I got Chris Dunn, Dwayne Dedmon back. Picked up DeMarcus Cousins, Reggie Bullock, and Robert Covington. Kind of just to fill out the roster. So it's an interesting team going to our third and final season. Let's see what we can end up doing, and hopefully get back to the playoffs, and this time get out of the first round. So rotation for third and final season: Chris Paul, Devin Booker, R.J. Barrett, Kyle Anderson, and Robert Williams III. Got SGA coming off the bench with Hamidou Diallo, Rui Hachimura, Cameron Payne, and Josh Green. So definitely an interesting bench. An interesting starting lineup. I mean, again, we're kind of thin on that power forward spot. Maybe we try to get a power forward at some point. Just somebody different. I mean, I still have those picks, these first rounders, which we could probably look to move. I can't move mine, but I can move the Sixers, the Mavericks. I mean, then we have our picks down here that I think we can move as well. So even though there's a stipend rule, and I shouldn't be allowed to do it, but I can. So yeah, maybe we'll look to move, make a move for a power forward at the deadline. We'll see. But I'm going to see him in a bit. Let's see how this team does and go on from there. All right, well, the team is 26-32, 13th ranked, not going to get the job done. I mean, we're kind of close to the play-in, but at the same time, we've been struggling a bit. So let's take a look and see what we got going on here with the team. Devin Booker being hurt for a few games doesn't really help. So that's probably one of the issues that we're having here. Robert Williams is outraged. What a surprise. Yeah, it seems like they're always surprised. I mean, Dedmon is thrilled to be on the South Bay Lakers. All right. What? Oh, we're on the Lakers? No, how did we get to the Lakers? What? Hold on a minute. Why am I in the G League? Wait, why am I in the G League? Hold on a minute. Season stats, player stats. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I must have pressed a button. So, okay, here we are. So, Devin Booker leading the way. Then we got SGA. He's only played 17 games, so he's missed a lot of games too. Interestingly enough, so that's probably an issue. That was probably an issue for us. So we had some injuries. I think that's why we haven't been that great. You know, Robert Williams being outraged is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. In terms of our rebounders, Robert Williams leading the way. Then we got Kyle Anderson, Devin Booker, R.J. Barrett. In terms of assists, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Cameron Payne, and then SGA. Steals per game, got 5 guys averaging over a steal a game. Some guys missed some games here. Yeah, we have a lot of guys that missed games, it looks like. 2.6 block shots for Robert Williams. Then we got 1.4 for Kyle Anderson. But then kind of dips after that. And then, yeah, field goal percentage leaders. You guys can see these there. So I'll just move over a little bit. That way you guys can see my face cam's not blocking. And then we've got 3-point percentage, which I'll move over a little bit more here. You can see the best 3-point shooters are going to be Booker, Rui, R.J. Barrett, and SGA, who's only played 17 games this season. So hopefully we can kind of stay healthy now. So yeah, SGA is actually starting. I guess Booker is still hurt now, so when he comes back, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can try to trade, you know, some picks and try to see if I can acquire another power forward. Kyle Anderson and 3 first-round picks to the Rockets. We're going to get Sengun. Not really a power forward, but he's another big at least. Because they did need another center, I guess, because Dwayne Dedmon is not here. So maybe we just flip Dedmon in a first and I try to get a cheap power forward. Will that actually get the job done? Maybe not a first, but like a second. I'll try to see if I can get something for him there. I'll just do this deal with the Heat. We'll trade Dedmon in for Jermichael Green in the second rounder. So that's it. I mean, I don't know how this team's going to perform. We'll see. I guess Rui Hachimura is going to start at the power forward. I could technically switch Sengun to be a power forward if I really, really wanted to. His overall doesn't change. Robert Williams' overall goes down. Maybe we do that. Maybe we have Sengun be a power forward. Maybe it's cheating that I'm doing that. Maybe it's not, but we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna hope. My hope is that we can make the play-in. I don't even know where we are in terms of the play-in. I mean, we're not far out, so we just have to have a really good second half of the season, make sure everybody's healthy. Dylan, Rookie of the Year, 6th Major Johnson Notice. I mean, you guys see the awards here. I'm not really going to read through them too much. All-NBA first, second, and third. We've got no Suns. Yeah, the team ended up just doing terrible. Once again, injuries really derailed our season. And, you know, it happens. And, yeah, it just seems that the Suns are just not very good in the sim. You know, when I try to keep around people. I guess I could have theoretically made a bunch of different trades, but, you know, it wouldn't have been great. So, fortunately, we did not get the job done with the Suns at all. 36-46, which actually isn't like too bad, but like the West was just so good that we ended up being the 14th team. Yeah, we needed to have a better second half of the year, and we kind of just didn't do amazing. There was a stretch where we lost like what was it? A lot of games. So that's what ended up happening there. But let's take a look at the player stats. Yeah, look, Devin Booker getting hurt with a fractured left leg. You know, he gets hurt. We missed SGA. You know, he was hurt as well with a high right ankle sprain. So, I mean, there's really not much I could do, like, with the injuries. You try with Barrett, Sengun, power forward. Diallo only played 67 games. So, yeah, it was a bit tough. You know, fortunate with the injuries kind of derailing the season. You guys see the leading rebounders and leading facilitators there. Yeah, we just had a really bad first season, and then our second season wasn't amazing. Kind of ended on a little bit of a sour note. But sometimes stuff like that happens, you know. You really can't control injuries, and injuries are part of the game. But yeah, just showing you guys the leaders here. If you guys want to pause and take like a look at some of the guys here. So obviously, Robert Williams led my team in field goal percentage. But yeah, a little bit of an upsetting ending, but there's not much I could really do about it. 3-point shooting. We've got best 3-point shooter, Devin Booker. Then we got Rui and RJ Barrett. So there's that. So yeah, I think maybe if we were a little bit healthy, we could have been maybe a scary playoff playing team. But unfortunately, that is not the case. As it's gonna be Cleveland probably winning the finals again. Yeah, what a surprise! Darius Garland Finals MVP. It's Cleveland, right? And 2K loves Cleveland now. So yeah. I guess with that being said, we're just going to go to the full screen and close out the video. Alright, y'all, well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what video it is. Go to the social down in the description. Playlist down below for other NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuilds. Also, check out my channel for the content from TJP and our second channel down below in the description. We've got 4 more teams to do. So, I think next is going to be the Heat. Then we've got the Mavericks. So, Heat, Mavericks, Celtics, Warriors. And that's it. So, 4 more teams. Hopefully their teams will be better in the sim. I think obviously the Celtics are usually pretty good in the sim. I know that, and so are the Mavericks. You know, Heat and Warriors, they're kind of like up in the air, but we'll see how they do. With that being said, I'm gonna head on out though. Take care. See you soon. Peace.